it's Kat here with Create Your Yoga, and today we're going to do a new style. It's called Yin Yoga. This is a style that I've recently learned to love because I was always more about the power of yoga and trying to work up that sweat and keep moving, when in reality, I really needed to slow down and just relax and stretch. So Yin Yoga for me is like the foam roller of yoga. The reason why we want to do this one is because it's really going to work on range of motion and flexibility by putting passive stretches on your joints and your ligaments and your muscles, and you're just going to feel really good and relaxed after class. So we'll get in the first pose and I'll chat a little bit more about Yin. So we'll go through about 6 poses through this class. So there's not a lot of movement, but I feel like this is going to become your favorite style of yoga. We won't need any props, but if you are in a hardwood floor, because we are holding poses, I would recommend a mat or a blanket or kind of a carpet for you to lay on. So we're gonna bring it on back into a reclined butterfly. So bottoms of the feet are gonna touch, knees out nice and wide. And we're just gonna relax here. Just focus on the inhales and the exhales. So there's some principles to Yin, and the first one is time. We'll be in these poses anywhere from about 2 to 5 minutes. So holding these poses for that long really gives your muscles and your body time to sink into the poses, to really stretch, to really begin to relax, because we really don't hold stretches as long as we should to really get the benefit of them. The next one is finding your edge. So if you're in, say, even this pose, if you notice your hips are starting to hurt, or maybe your thighs are a little shaky, hold back just a little bit, maybe put some blocks or pillows underneath, or hold there for just a moment, and really let the body start to relax and come into the pose. And our last one is finding stillness. So once you kind of find that edge and get as comfortable as you can, try to just find some stillness while you're here. Focus on the breath. Maybe there's a mantra that's your favorite, or maybe you're playing music in the background. And really just give yourself this time to relax. Don't worry about time. I'm keeping track. I got my little timer with me. And just take nice deep inhales and exhales. So another quick note with Yin classes, I usually like to leave a lot of room for silence, especially in a more traditional hour-long class, just because I feel like this is a really good time for you guys to be able to just relax and have some silence, not have someone yakking at you the whole time, and to just kind of be and set aside your day or your week. We have a few more breaths here. And we'll bring the knees in nice and slow. Bring the knees into the chest and just rock from side to side, massaging that low back. We're going to find a gentle supine twist. So we're going to leave the knees together and just bring them over to one side. Either side works for now. maybe you close the eyes. You can count the inhales. You can count the exhales. We'll be on this side for a few more breaths. And bring the knees back to center. Give them a nice little squeeze, and we'll take it over to the other side. A little supine twist. Some other breathing options while you're here. You can do a little one-to-one breath where you inhale for 5 and exhale for 5. Or any number, just as long as they're the same. You could do a little 2-to-1 breathing where you inhale for 4, exhale for 8. And you can switch your mantra. You don't need to stick with the same phrase for the whole class. You can switch it out. There's lots of options. Just a few more breaths here. And bring the knees back to center. Rock from side to side. And when you're ready, no rush, we'll meet in a tabletop, coming on hands and knees. Bring my timer with me. All right, we're gonna move through some cat-cows here. So inhale, drops the belly, lifts the gaze. Exhale, curls. Inhale. And exhale. We'll take a couple more rounds here. If this class is starting to feel a little challenging or uncomfortable, that's perfectly normal. While we're not really moving, it is extremely challenging to be not moving and to be still. So come back to center. We're gonna bring that left arm nice and high. And we're gonna find a thread the needle. So we're gonna bring it through and let that shoulder come down. Relax the head, and then your hand can stay here, or you can stretch it out. Let me fix my shirt. So again, if this is starting to feel challenging, embrace that challenge. As humans, we're used to having to be pretty chaotic and on the move and constantly going. So this class is really, really a good change of pace, something I think we forget we need. Just have a few more breaths on this side. And bring it back to center, nice and slow, take your time. Move through 2 cat-cows here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Bring it back to center. We're going to take it with the right arm, but I'm going to turn so that way my back isn't to you guys. So staying in that tabletop. Right arm's going to go nice and high. And then exhale, thread the needle, bring it on down. So if you like this style, there is one more that's similar to this. It's called restorative. And in that class, you're going to be holding anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. But that's going to be very prop heavy because we want you to be comfortable. Where in this class, we want you to kind of find that edge in these stretches. Restorative is all about being comfortable, so we use lots of props. So that's another option if this kind of more gentle, passive class is more your style.
It's always good to try, is what I always tell people. You never know if you're gonna like it until you try it. Because it's true with me. Just a couple more breaths on this side. And bring it back to center, nice and slow. Take your time. We'll move through a couple CatCows here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We'll take 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Bring it back to center, and we're gonna make our way into a child's pose. So we have a couple options for you here. Our first option is that extended, so the knees come out nice and wide. Bring it on down, arms are extended. And we just rest the forehead here. An option here, which I sometimes like to do, is bringing the hands up and back. Getting that little shoulder stretch. And then if this is uncomfortable, there's also the traditional child's pose where we bring the knees together, forehead comes down, and just reach the hands back. So whatever's calling you. You've got a few more breaths here. Slowly come up to kneeling, take your time. And we got one last little pose, so we're gonna make our way all the way back down. Legs come out nice and long. Arms up overhead. And we're gonna come into that side body stretch, my favorite banana asana. So just bring your feet over to that right corner and then curve up over to that upper right corner. So your hands and feet should be on the right corners. You should feel the stretch in that rib cage. Bring it back to center. Nice little full body stretch. And then take it over to the other side. So yin you can really do any time of the day. I really like to do it before bed. It helps me relax and kind of stretch out. In classes like this one, you can actually do in bed. Move the blankets aside, move the pillows. Yin is also really great for traveling. If you've been sitting in a car or a plane for a long time, it's nice to kind of get some stretching in. Keep it that time for you guys. I learned that if I don't have a timer with me, sometimes I can just stay in poses for forever. And we'll bring it back to center. One last big full body stretch and then make your way into that final Savasana. So just lying down. Palms are up at the sides. And just take that nice deep inhale and full complete exhale. Another nice deep inhale and full exhale. And just take these next couple moments to just relax and be. remembering you have nowhere to be and nothing to do except to just be right here, completely relaxed on your mat. And as always, ooh, excuse me. As always, we're gonna end class right where you are. There's absolutely no rush. Feel free to stay a little bit longer and relax. Maybe go back to one of the poses we did if you need a little bit more. And thank you so much for trying something new and maybe challenging yourself today with this yin class. And I will see you guys at our next class. Bye, guys.